Craig Sullivan, you have got the most amazing shirt I've ever seen in my life. What is that all about?
Hey, that's promoting our other show, 3 Minute Thursdays with you and me.
Do you mean
so you get that at
this
Redbubble
show?
Oh,
Craig, what time is it? I gotta know.
I love it.
This
Nice.
is great. What time is it, Craig?
It's time for an audit.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the one, the only Friday Night Audit, the only show in hospitality that hopes it'll be a dream, but typically winds up a nightmare. We're going to find out what happens this week if that's the case. My expectation is, yes, that is exactly what's going to happen this week. How are you, Craig?
Well, I'm good, but, if our Wednesday production meeting is any indication, nightmare is definitely on the table.
Yeah, that was really not a good meeting. Listen, team tip, don't start meetings at 4:20. May not go the way you hoped. Anyway, I'm Lo-Fi G. That's Hi-Fi Craig. You've tuned into the Friday Night Audit. Craig, I'm excited because we got a fun guest this week, don't we?
We do. And, I'm just met him for the first time today.
Right.
And you guys,
before you introduce him, I have a question for you guys. This is actually a very important question. See, once again, I didn't get the shirt. So once more time, I'm not getting the swag.
Doesn't sound like a question.
No, the question is this. You see, as we know, right, we do these shows. We don't do them for free, right? We get sponsorships and we get
You do.
For sponsors. We get people to pay us to come on the show and just do their ads and whatnot.
They do. You must be working around it because I haven't seen it.
Wait a minute. We're promoting 3 Minute Thursdays on Friday Night Audit. Where is my cut? Where is the ad revenue? I want to see the contract that was signed. We need money up front. What is going on here?
Dude, I will tell you what. Craig and I will give you 100% of the revenue we have earned so far on 3 Minute Thursdays.
There you go.
I want 110% plus royalties.
Well, I got to tell you, if Tom from the PM shift doesn't get our new timer over to us, we're going to start adding things to his luggage picture, maybe an eye patch or a mustache drawn on with a Sharpie, things like that nature.
Well, listen, I think that the luggage stuff is amazing, and I can't wait to be rolling myself through Newark Airport with that through brand new Terminal A. But listen, guys.
Wait, before you do that, I want you to know I'm going to be hands off. So when you do this, I'm not touching any buttons. All right?
When I do what?
You got to bring him in. I don't want to bring him in and then you hit him out.
I'm applauding your being quiet. I'm applauding you staying away because we have a great guest today. As Craig said, just met him earlier today. So that's what I do. I bring people together in this industry. I bring the connections to where you are. So today we have a great guest, one of the best salespeople in all of New York.
93 shows. He brings on one guest. He thinks he's like the
great. No. Two. We brought in another one. We brought in Stephanie, okay?
I also brought in my beer crew. Thank you very much. But listen, guys, we have one of the best salespeople literally in all of New York City. Works for Dream Hotel Group, has done such amazing work. You've seen him on No Vacancy Live. You're going to see him on Friday Night Audit. He has a great personality. That is, of course, Mr. Nathan Goodman Jr. Nathan, welcome to Friday Night Audit.
How's it going, guys? How's everything going?
Woo!
Thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure, as always.
We probably should have worked this out because I'm at the Dream Midtown over here. Well, not really. And you're at another one of your hotels in New York. Where are you?
Yes, indeed. I'm at the Time, New York, and I am sitting in our lounge called the Grand Lounge on the second floor.
Love it.
That's awesome. I'm sorry they're probably going to wind up kicking you out by the
they
time
got
this
the
show
music
is
going
over.
already.
Well, so the problem is now that Dream is a very upscale company. They have a lot of beautiful properties. They don't want to be associated with this dumpster fire of a show, so they're going to kick us out. They're going to turn off his Wi-Fi. It's going to be a whole mess. So Nathan, just get ready for security to come tackle you.
It's something I welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Did you guys see the guy get tackled yesterday at the Dodgers game?
No, I didn't even know the story.
No.
So somebody,
That's like every day at a Dodger game.
Some fan jumped on the field to propose to his girlfriend.
Oh,
ran like halfway into left field, got on one knee. The girlfriend's in the stands. He pulls out the ring. He's screaming back, and security guard comes over and just full force NFL style tackle right in the middle of left field.
And the ring went flying.
Nathan,
There's some very fortunate groundskeeper somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta get the show started. Nathan.
Sure.
What are you drinking?
Sadly, he bought it at Piercing Pagoda, so it wasn't as worth as much as he had hoped.
It wasn't a Tiffany ring. It was L.A. Come on.
It was 1/4 of a carat. Sadly, the type that you pull out of the ground. So
There's ever something to check out on YouTube. But Nathan, I know my two undistinguished gentlemen above me are drinking beers out of the bottle. You, my friend, I know are very distinguished. So what have you have?
wait, hold on. You got to graph
This glass of Sauvignon Blanc.
Dave. Hold on, Nathan. I got to yell at Dave.
Well,
For a
I
second
thought we
here.
do the graphic after we talk about the drink.
No, before. Jesus.
Come on, producer.
All right. Now, Nathan, have a drink and talk about it.
You got to do it. Sauvignon Blanc is the way to go for me, so I'm always going to grab that. That's the go-to
Nice.
drink.
Nice.
I love it.
Now, which wine is that from? Is that domestic? Is it imported? And imported, I don't mean California.
This is definitely domestic. This is California Napa. Sounds about right. It sounds like the right thing to do right now.
Good answer. Good answer, Nathan.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, Nathan. I love a good glass of wine, but wine really messes me up. I have a couple of glasses, and then I'm like, thanks very much.
So you're a lightweight.
There's no
with wine,
change.
A lightweight with tequila, a lightweight with whiskey. I think you're just a lightweight with alcohol at this point.
In general, what's your
Yes.
go-to? Just beer?
No, I have a lot of different types of alcohol under all different types of situations. So on this show, I like on this show in particular, I've settled into drinking a lot more beer because it's a little bit lower in alcohol than hard drinks, and I could keep drinking and doing that sort of thing without really affecting me too much. When I'm at industry conferences, maybe I'll have a beer, but I like to have a couple of like vodka sodas and stuff like that. I find that that's a good drink that doesn't really fill you up. It's kind of light, makes you feel pretty good, but isn't too heavy, and you can have a few of them. That's becoming my Vegas go-to drink now as well. But I also love the good tequila towards later in the evening when you're ready to have a little bit more fun, but you don't have to worry about staying up for 6 hours more.
And Nathan, if you watch the first 30 episodes of this show, you see that both Glenn and I had way too much tequila.
The wine has always been my go-to in the sales world with entertaining clients. I can drink wine all night and still be on point, still be focused. If I start drinking other, harder liquor, then it gets a little more difficult.
Right. So are you like me then, Nathan? Do you have like different circumstances for different types of alcohol?
Nathan is much more professional than you are. Don't ever compare yourself.
There's different.
Duh. Look how I'm dressed versus how you're dressed. Dave making great observations.
Yeah. You've got a great gift for stating the obvious, David.
It's different for every salesperson, right? But I think if you're going to be successful in this space and not embarrass yourself somewhere, and we've all seen some things. Yeah. I think the best thing to do is be honest with yourself and figure out what works for your body type. What do you need to drink? Because I have friends that are Scotch drinkers, and it's like nothing to them.
Right.
So they stick to Scotch in those settings. Yeah. I can't do that. So for me, it's just wine.
You know what, Nathan? One of the hardest things that I found to do was just because everyone else in the group was having that type of alcohol doesn't mean that you have to do that. I ran into a lot of trouble when I was younger. Go on.
You got to know yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's important, especially in this business. Like you have to be very truthful with yourself about what works for your body and what you can hold yourself together on, because you don't want anyone to see you, looking crazy.
Right. Got to know yourself was something I said a lot when I was like 12, 13.
Mike McManus has thrown down the gauntlet. So we were graced with Anthony Melchiori's presence in the comment.
Oh, I see what's coming.
I want to say about 2-3 weeks ago. I really hope he's watching right now because
he's not.
Has absolutely thrown the gauntlet down. Nathan might tie a better tie than Anthony Melchiori. Now, those are some fighting words, Mike McManus. And
you tell him he's a legend. He's a legend in the game, and I really appreciate that compliment.
Yeah, when the three of us were hanging out at the Chopwell Lodge over there, it was like ties everywhere. Not with me.
Not with you. Yeah,
I was like slubbing it up, and these guys are all fancy pantsed out.
So we need to now have on a No Vacancy Live. We have to do a remote on property at Dream Midtown, Dream Downtown, any of the properties, and we're going to have a on property live tie making competition where the viewers can vote who ties the better tie.
Oh, my money's on Nathan.
And I will be positive that if Anthony doesn't win, that will be the end of No Vacancy Live.
Anthony's going to win that one all day. So Anthony doesn't know this, but sometimes it takes me 2 or 3 tries to get it perfect.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, Nathan, you got that dialed in. That is a hot looking tie, and that knot is perfect. So
I had to wear
my money's on you. I'm putting $100 on Nathan right now.
Nice.
I don't know about this.
I had to do a tie back in January. Like as Dave just got to go flip on. In January, I had to do it
like twice a year for you.
And it's been so long since I've done that.
Twice a year, that's way too many.
A funeral and a wedding. Those are the only 2 times he wears a tie.
So in January, when I was marrying people, I figured it was the occasion to put on a tie.
You did have a tie on.
I did. It took me like 3 or 4 times to like get it going on in the right way. I'm like, why is this thing so long? Why is this thing so short? And, it was.
So Nancy, what is your favorite style knot to tie? Asking the important questions.
I gotta go Windsor knot and spread collar all day.
Oh.
That's my favorite look, but
that's a classic.
Mix it up every once in a while, but I love a Windsor knot.
Yeah, that spread collar and a Windsor knot is just classic.
I'm still going with the knot. I'm still going with the knot I was taught for my bar mitzvah. So I don't even know what that
is. That the over under through?
Yes.
Yeah.
you do know that there are literally many apps for this on how to do ties, and it shocked me because when I downloaded
he doesn't know how to use his phone, let alone
hundreds of tie knots. There's hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Do they wear ties in California, Craig?
I don't think so.
Yes, I believe the turf club at the Thoroughbred racetrack still requires a coat and a tie, but that's about it.
Okay.
Wow, that's
so obviously I don't go to horse racing.
We've really come to the hard-hitting questions on No Vacancy Live, talking about all these wonderful ties on a Friday at 5:13 p.m. here on the East Coast, 2:13 Pacific time. I'm not sure what time in Singapore.
This is actually one of those. This is one of those stealth pilots, kind of like on Happy Days when they would have like Mork show up before Mork and Mindy started. So we're actually testing a new show called Tie Talk. So we're thinking of maybe doing that every single day for 4 hours, just talking about knots.
You know what's funny though? You say that as a joke, it's a joke, but that actually might not be a bad
dude. There's on YouTube. There's a lot of channels that have like all about dressing really well and all of that kind of stuff. It's really good if you need to understand that stuff.
And Glenn, you're making the point that you and I don't watch any of those videos, right?
No, I've watched a couple of them and then I blocked the channels.
Immediately,
I reported it to the YouTube as offensive.
Good going.
So Nathan, I know you travel around at least the tri-state area a lot, going to the different properties. You have stuff up in the city, the Catskills, all around, and obviously Dream has been expanding. We know that the merger with Hyatt was happened end of last year. So what's been going on over in the Dream world?
So we're excited, man. We're really excited to be joining Hyatt and to be, joining a company that really starts to give us that true global reach. Not only from, a presence perspective and having that force behind us, but we're really excited about what it's going to do for us from a business perspective. Obviously being a part of their point program now and having their loyalty program really funnel, business to us, both on the meetings and event side, which we love and love being a part of, but also on the corporate transient side, which we're very strong in. So we really think that this is going to be, a match made in heaven from that perspective.
Yeah, it's really exciting for you to see, because Mark Hoplamazian, the CEO of Hyatt, has very quietly been assembling an amazing company with such great brands that really resonate with consumers in very specific ways. Yeah. And I think this is going to pair up very, very nicely once you all get fully integrated. It's exciting to see.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I think with Two Roads, the Two Roads acquisition, and bringing in Thompson and some of those really cool hotels, and then bringing us on board, it really gives the company a different vibe and feel, and attract a different type of customer that perhaps they didn't have, that type of success attracting. We really bring a unique vibe to their collection, and I think it's going to work really well for both sides.
I think it was just an amazing move. I mean, Dream is a company that I've admired from afar for a long time. I knew one person that was there for a while but left. And, it's just that marriage between Dream and Hyatt just made so much sense. Yeah. And, as Glenn pointed out there, what they've been doing the past, 5 years, 10 years, is just amazing. And I was talking to one of the development people over at Hyatt today, and getting a download on a couple of other things and some questions answered. But it's their entire portfolio has got something for everyone.
Yes.
And I just I like the way that they completely reinvented select service. They forced other companies to upgrade, their properties and bring in, more F&B into it and a few other things. And just, I like all the brands. And I think the rewards system over at Hyatt is second to none. So yeah, it's just a great thing for you.
Nathan, as a sales guy, and right, again, you're the VP of sales for Dream Hotels. You've been in that role for a few years now, at least since we've known each other.
Yeah.
I'm thinking longer than that. So how does that merger, how does that partnership impact your ability to sell? And, how does that give you strength?
We've been really blessed with the timing of how everything has played out. Maybe a month and a half into the real ramp up in January, we found out about the Hyatt conference that they throw every year for their sales leaders, their revenue leaders, and I was able to scramble together and pop down to Dallas for it. And I think it was for us it was you always go into these kind of scenarios and you're like, all right, let me see what this is going to look like.
Right.
I think one of the things that I noticed right away is, while I thought I had a good understanding of what Hyatt was really bringing to the table as a competitor that I was competing against, I really had no idea, because they have so much more going on from a business perspective that really caters to their clients that I didn't even know about. So, fighting against that monster has been incredibly difficult, and now I know why on a larger level.
Right.
The point program.
Just keep your ass out of Midtown East, Nathan.
Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast, you're going down over here in the Friday Night Audit.
That was perfect, David. That was perfect. Yeah, Nathan, if you get lucky enough to be asked to go to one of their owners' meetings or conferences, they're really something spectacular. And they're different from all the other brands. There's really no vendors there. It's focused on the owners, and it's just an amazing time. And the cast that is speaking is down in the trenches with all the owners, and I love it. It's just okay, let's sit down and talk, and it's just a great time. So.
Craig, I got a question for you, because again, you come from the development world, and you've closed a number of deals, and they've typically been involved in individual properties and real estate and whatnot. But obviously, a deal like this is very complicated.
Yeah.
So what does the timeline look like from when it's announced in November? I don't think the actual everything is fully signed at that point.
No.
What does it take to get from that initial announcement to the finish line so that things don't fall apart?
Basically, everybody's hair's on fire, and you're at Mach 2 plus.
Nathan, that must make you feel good that you don't have to worry about that.
See, obviously, I retired, so
yeah.
But no, I mean, it's it's the stock exchange, it's everybody else, the regulators. It's also just one thing that's going to be horrendous for the corporately owned properties. It's all the liquor licenses. Think about that. Okay. All the other licenses that you've got under one corporation now have to be transferred to another. Developing or handling a sale of a portfolio of hotels. Now, I helped our friends over at Westmont acquire in-town suites. It was basically 120 hotels in 20 different states, and all select service. So there was no liquor licenses involved, and so that was an easier sale. But it's everybody's going 100 miles an hour the entire time, and it's eyeballs on every aspect of the transaction. You got to make sure nothing slips between the cracks. Any little thing, with the regulators can blow the deal out of the water, and you've all got a ton of time and money invested in it. Now, I was with a wholly owned subsidiary of Lennar LNR, and the largest real estate transaction in California, probably in the second half of the 20th century, was Lennar acquiring Newhall Land and Farming. Now, that's where Six Flags Magic Mountain is, Santa Clarita Valley, lots of acreage, all the studios, rent acreage from them. That's where they were filming The Dukes of Hazzard, Airwolf, and various other shows. Yeah. Wow. So, they put everybody into a room. Everybody got a phone call and said, look, pack an overnight bag. You're going to a hotel. There'll be a bus at your office. They put everybody in a room. They said, can we put this deal together? We've got till 5 o'clock today to figure out if this deal can be put together. And everybody said yes on both sides of the fence. Then all those people got sequestered in another hotel. and nobody, this was not leaking out because you don't want somebody else all of a sudden coming in and trying to trump your offer. So there's a lot of different factors involved. I look at the Dream Hotel in Los Angeles. It's one of the best properties.
Amazing.
And Nathan, whenever you're out here, give me a call. I'll head up there. We're having a meeting.
Love it.
But it's just those little nuances. Glenn was at a hotel that my former company was heavily involved with that we built up in Northern California. It was 62 keys, and we spent basically $60 million.
When we went to the opening party, that was great.
Yeah, and that was 24 months of construction. Underground parking, everything else that goes along with it. The city would not allow us to do a rooftop bar, so we sacrificed the pool, but we were at the main gate for a major university. So gotta love football season. You're going to do a minimum of a 2 to 3 night stay at $800 a night during football season. So yeah, those things are fun, and the hotel had its own personality, which is what I like about Dream, and that opportunity that now that you can scale that up, and not just America and North America, but parts of Europe and other things as well. I'm really excited. It's a great opportunity for you personally and professionally to grow, and those things are just amazing. They don't come that often.
Nathan, do you think, with your experience in Dream Hotel Group and knowing what that stands for, do you think there's any potential acquisition efforts to acquire the Houseman Pool House, Clubhouse, Smokehouse, Dispensary, and Resort out there on
You forgot brewery. You forgot brewery.
Does not have the resources to acquire the Houseman Resort, Pool Club.
That is a much higher level deal that I would not be involved in.
Right, Nathan, just ask his wife. She'll sell it to you in a hot minute.
So Mike says he had the pleasure of staying of Dream in South Beach. Please bring Dream to NorCal and skip Cleveland. No, Mike. They can bring a Dream to NorCal. and still have the one in Cleveland. The good people of Cleveland deserve to have a great dream hotel because there's really nothing else happening out there.
They don't have a good football team, do they?
And then Mike wants to know how many deals fall apart close to the end that never actually get talked about to the public.
A lot more than what you would think. And now I've had clients and worked for companies that during that process, and I'm going to give you a technical term. They would set up an FU fund, and the money would be in there. And if this thing went sideways, they just went FU and didn't worry about it. If they left $500,000, $1 million, $3 million on the table, it just wasn't worth it at that point. And I was involved with 4 deals that went down that pathway. That one was in San Diego, one was in Long Beach, and 2 were in LA. And they just said, "F you, we're done."
Yeah, there's a recent deal in Las Vegas by the convention center where the old, I think Riviera was. They sold the land for a big chunk of money, and someone's supposed to deliver like $5 million, and they put down a $5 million deposit or something. Don't quote me on the numbers, everybody. I've been drinking, and they couldn't come through with everything, and they lost. They lost it all.
You're keeping it. Yeah, absolutely.
And now I think they're reselling it. Yeah.
Wow. And that was always the thing. Now, when you had your date, when you had to go hard on your deposit, okay. Now we had a deal. Matter of fact, it was a Hyatt in Palm Springs, and there used to be a mall next to it, and the mall encroached a foot into the hotel by 120 feet, and then the hotel encroached 2 feet into the mall by about 40 feet. And this all happened when they were being built. It just got screwed up.
Right.
So it was something that, the city didn't force them to change things while they were still in framing or anything else. And our friends at Davidson Hotels were going to buy it. And they called me up. They said, "Craig, we're supposed to go hard today, but we're not going to." I said, whoa, wait a minute. Now, if I can come up with additional assurances and protections, and your attorney and I hammer this out, and he says we can do this, will you still go hard in your deposit? He goes, yes. That's exactly what we did. I turned off all the phones, got my team together, we hammered it out with their attorneys, and we closed. And I got to tell you, that was probably one of the best closing parties I ever went to. Yeah. Because we all sat in the hotel with the new executive chef, the new owners, brokers, and everybody else. And we saluted one another that we got that deal done. And it was quite the thing. But a lot of deals fall out. Yeah, and it's not for the faint of heart. Any commercial real estate transaction is not for the faint of heart. Right. There's going to be something that can set it sideways.
That's why I do a show where I drink beer and make bad jokes.
My new T-shirt says I retired. Now I'm charging you a consulting.
Yeah, actually, that's the 3 Minute Thursdays. It's not an actual show we're doing on Instagram every Thursday. It's how often we worked during the week. Just 3 minutes.
That's a very overzealous statement of how much you actually work, Glenn. I know.
Listen, I'm a guy. I tend to exaggerate certain things.
That's our producer who didn't make our production meeting. Okay.
Listen, Nathan. Okay,
he's missed 93 in a row.
Of the 4 gentlemen that on this screen, only 2 of them actually do work on a day-by-day basis. We're down here.
Don't say that about yourself and Nathan. Nathan works hard too.
We're down on the ground doing work. You guys
we're at the bottom of the screen, literally we're on the ground. So
we're right on the front lines.
That was good, David. That was good.
So I want to ask you guys a question.
You earned your paycheck.
I've earned my paycheck today, guys. Yeah, I still have my commission cut from our advertisement. I don't see any deals signed.
We should probably sell some ads on this show. Hey, if you want to advertise, drop me a line, Glenn@novacancynews.com. We promise it'll be a good show if you advertise with us.
So we're talking about failed deals. I'm going to talk about failed dreams now. See what I did there, guys?
Well, hold on.
No such thing as a failed dream, David.
No, I have a button too. Thank you very much today. Giving myself a round of applause. So Nathan, Glenn, Craig, you guys are all very well-traveled gentlemen. I've been around myself. I had a question for you. I'll start with Nathan.
I've been to both Nassau and Suffolk County here on Long Island. Yeah.
So Nathan, in your travels, this could be from business or for pleasure, either one. What is one experience, place, tourist trap, whatever you want to call it, that you were really excited to go to see? You built it up over the course of time. And then when you actually got there, it was like, this is a big letdown.
I don't want to offend anyone out there.
Oh, no, offend them all. It's fine.
I don't want to offend any cities that might have.
I will say I was really excited when I showed up at the Ark encounter in Kentucky, and I found that to be a little bit more disappointing than I thought. So
you don't have to offend us.
All right, I made that up. I've never been to the Ark encounter.
I'll go first. Because mine is clear and present. Santa Monica Pier, I'm coming for you. Okay.
Right.
Santa Monica Pier, I have been dying to see that for years. Growing up, you see it. That's like the California thing. You see the big Ferris wheel.
Route 66.
Right. It's the end of Route 66. It's the beach. And you're like, wow, I need to get out there. And ever since I was a kid, I was dying to go to Santa Monica Pier to see it. I got out there for the first time in 2019. I have two better piers at Seaside Heights.
I know. Okay? I was thinking you had more fun in Atlantic City for 50 times already. Yeah.
I have a better pier at Atlantic City.
Oh my God, David.
There's two bigger piers with more rides, more entertainment right at Seaside. You go down a little bit further to Atlantic City. You got Steel Pier. Yeah. You have the Boardwalk. You go over to freaking Point Pleasant. You go down to Wildwood. There's 6 better piers on the Jersey Shore, but Santa Monica is supposed to be this big end all. And I'm like, what the hell is this? It's like 5 rides. There's 17,000 people in a little tiny boardwalk. You walk out to the end of the ocean. You come back. At least it doesn't smell. I guess that's good. But, what are we doing here, guys? You got to walk down a freaking mountain just to get to it, then walk back up it to get out of it. Very disappointing in you, Santa Monica. Do better. Do better.
So Nathan, what about you? Something that really disappointed you?
Man, that's a hard one. I would have to think about it. I would really have to think about it because most of the cities that I really craved going to, they did live up to the expectation.
It could be a whole city. It could be one.
I got one.
I love Santa Monica. Like Santa Monica, the promenade. I love walking on the promenade. I love stopping at the different restaurants. I really enjoy Santa Monica. I'm just pissed off that Santa Monica Pier didn't live up to my expectations.
Yeah, I think
many would be disappointed when they come to New York about Times Square. I think a lot of people would be disappointed by that because it seems like the big tourist attraction.
You will not be disappointed if you want to get a secondhand buzz from all
the amount of craziness going on. I think probably exceeds what most people would even imagine when they get out of here. People learn to love it, but I don't know if everyone coming in gets what they expected out of it.
That's why it is. I mean, you stay in Midtown East, away from the fracas, and you go visit Times Square. Then you come back to the beautiful, wide open sidewalks.
You safely ensconced near the.
Or you could stay at Dream Midtown and overlook Times Square.
So anyway, guys, we're not going to be.
Oh man! What a move, producer!
That's a power move, Nathan.
Oh my God!
That was
Didn't see that coming.
That was a dirty move.
It was.
Listen, it's a tough game. Like Craig said, it's not for the faint of heart. You know how we are in the city, Nathan. We go hard.
Oh, it's a cutthroat world, man. But we have so much fun doing it. And
oh my God!
Most of the people in the business, we get along really well with each other, and we get on each other all the time, but it's competitive.
Except for when it comes to Dave. But Dave, to be fair, like Dave's over there on the east side. That nothing happens there except for like 1 week in September. That's the only,
you got UNGA,
which is great. So again, you guys come stay Midtown East. It's pleasant. It's calm. We got great restaurants. You walk over to Times Square. You deal with the craziness. You walk back. It's pleasant again.
Could you name one of those great restaurants for me?
Olive Garden. It's right there in the middle.
That's in Times Square.
All the breadsticks you want, no problem.
Listen, I've told this story on this show before. There was a restaurant right across the street from my hotel called Tushima. It's authentic Japanese cuisine. Went there with my wife, who she says is the best sushi she's ever had. But what really stuck out to me was that as we were there, I realized that of everybody in that restaurant, me and Annie were the only non-Asian people.
Perfect.
And then I realized that as I'm listening, she went to the restroom, and as people are ordering, I'm hearing the conversations. We're the only non-Japanese people in the restaurant. So there you go, Nathan. Take that. You stick to
I have something to add to that. You could stay at David's hotel, and you can go across the street for a restaurant, or you could stay at Dream downtown and have to meet Chow downstairs and a rooftop upstairs at the same time.
That's a great rooftop, by the way. That's one of my favorites.
I can't even lie, it is a good one.
By the way, and that rooftop was one of the first that was like made a big deal.
If it's raining, guys, you got to cross the street to that restaurant. You can go right downstairs.
Well, hey, Nathan, can you make it happen that we can do a live broadcast from your rooftop in New York?
Absolutely, man.
We'd love to, Glenn, we need to book that. I'm flying out.
In fact,
Craig actually coming out here.
The first ever live thing that I ever did when I was doing the old Hotel Interactive Radio before I started No Vacancy was on the rooftop of the Time Hotel. Wow. It must have been like 9-10 years ago or something like that. I still have pictures from it. I didn't have as much of the gray hair, so it was pretty funny.
A young 25-year-old man. But Glenn, tell us about your
David's gonna pull up a picture of you looking that way.
Yeah, my most overrated one, I would say the Alamo. Not only is it like this big, but no basement. No basement at the Alamo. Dave, that was from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. You wouldn't know that because I think it happened in 1984.
They wasn't alive. I remember going to the
movie. Exactly.
Yeah, but the Alamo is like, really? This is it? Huh? Yeah, I don't like the Alamo so much. What about you, Craig? You got one?
I've got two, but as an ambassador for California, I'm not going to mention one of them. I'm going to say the entire city of Miami. I'm just not impressed with it.
Oh, now wait. Do you mean Miami or Miami Beach?
I don't like Florida. Okay, they lead the nation in amputating the wrong limb. That's why everybody reads the name bracelet and asks you so many times what the hell you're there for. Okay, they've got alligators.
This is why you don't go.
Yeah, they've got flies the size of David's head.
I can't tell you how many times I've been in Florida and needed a limb amputated, and they got it right. I'm surprised. This is happening to so many people.
You know what I think about Florida? It's like, no, not my favorite spot. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like the weather. Don't like, it's the airports are horrendous. Now, I will say there's one part of Florida that I like, and that's Tampa. So, but the rest of the state, obviously I'm not going there anytime soon. So if there's a major conference in Florida, I'm not going.
Did you see?
Cannibal attack. See, as producer Suzanne. Okay.
Sheila's over. Yeah. Well, so does Chris, and he's saying Chris is saying they have water and electric there in Florida. That's awesome. Congratulations. It's about time. Right
now is the electric in the water? Okay, because it might be in that state. So you step into that, you're not stepping out.
I'm trying to find so I have a picture on my computer. I don't know if you've done this.
Of Glenn when he was young and he had black hair.
All right, it's this picture right here. I have one personally of this, but I can't find it on my computer. But this is actually in Miami Airport.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, see, there's another reason right there. I'm sorry.
Wasn't there a senator that got in trouble in the Miami airport for some?
Yeah, I think he was from Idaho.
I don't know, something.
I'm trying to figure out
some state that doesn't like that sort of thing. Hey guys, I have to excuse myself because I've got empty beers. I'll be right.
I'm trying to think in my mind what scenario would that be a good situation for? Like what scenario?
Nathan, there is no good scenario for that. None at all.
I can't imagine.
What if you're closing a business deal and you're going right across the finish
line?
line?
Not happening.
And you don't want to deal drop. And there's a deadline, but you have to go because you drank your coffee. Well, maybe
you guys do it together.
Not happening. Hey, I like togetherness, but not that much.
No. The deal can wait for a few minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a hard deadline of 5 o'clock, and we need to get this deal done. But I really got to go. So
I got your hard deadline, and it's not going to happen. So we're going to buy an extension. Okay. Here, I'm writing a check for an extension.
Oh my God.
So at no point, see, Nathan's a good man because he really missed on a great opportunity. I'm going to wait for Glenn to get back on the answer to that question.
Why?
Well, screw it. Glenn's missing out because he can't pre-plan enough beers. What he really should have done, what Nathan really should have said was the biggest high expectation that eventually let me down, that has disappointed me, that has made me feel like I wasted my time, was joining this show. And, he didn't.
And I support you. I tell you that you're a great producer, and I thank you for everything that you do. Other than
he even wrote it on his meeting. Best producer ever.
And everybody needs to know that. Okay?
You know, Glenn's going to change that. You know that.
I can change it right back, though. It's okay. I have the power. Me and Glenn share equal power. Even though I'm in the basement with Nathan, I share the power with Glenn.
Yeah, get back to the basement, bro.
I'm the co-host, and I've got no power. So, okay.
No, what I said, Glenn, was that Nathan missed a great opportunity when I asked him what was the thing that, was highly expected or that you went to go do that was of high expectations that let you down. Right. I said being a guest on this show should have been the answer.
I would say the same thing. Let me tell you, Nathan, hosting the show, not so great either. Yeah.
So Mike
it's incredibly average, Nathan. So.
Mike says that toilet could be used for a great thumb wrestling match or a rock, paper, scissors tournament.
No, thank
you. It
you.
also saves on toilet paper. Chris says the couple that can't be apart. The problem with that is, Chris, I'm not sure if it is now, but back when I went there back in 2010, it was a men's only bathroom. So I don't know if it's, could be couples. Yeah. I don't know.
There's back in pre-Dave, there was a Saturday Night Live.
If you and your spouse go into something like that, there are things that should be kept separate. There is nobody on this planet I want to spend 24/7 with. Okay,
I think
obviously being divorced twice, I can stand by that statement. There's no way I'm going to the bathroom.
Breaking news music. We are actually just booked. I'm happy to tell you the next live version of Friday Night Audit is going to be coming. Glenn and Craig will be in person together for the third Friday Night Audit ever, coming live to you from the Miami bathroom.
Wait, hold on. We're very excited. We're getting, but
nope, not happening.
We actually sought inspiration from this Saturday Night Live skit back in the 1980s.
I've never seen that.
Is that Donald and Ivanka?
No, it's Kevin Nealon and what's her? Damn, I'm totally forgetting her name. Oh well, sorry.
Age is a tough thing to go through, Glenn. I get
it.
Oh my God.
Now, Nathan, I'm going to ask you a very personal question.
Yes.
Because in the times that we've talked and had the shows, you come across as you have some years on you in terms of experience and knowledge, but you have great energy. You look younger than me. How old are you?
I'm 47 years old.
What?
So, yeah, I got some years on me.
47. Yeah. You look 47. Like you're like 31.
I'm on a closer end to 50 now, so I've accepted it. I'm all in. And
I want to put this out.
After a while,
I got to tell you, 40s are great. So are the 50s.
So Nathan's 47, and look at this guy at 47, and look at this guy at 51.
52, bitch.
Hey. 66 here, almost 67. So.
Time flies, man. I feel like I just entered my 40s and I'm already on the 50.
It's
40s were a good ride. 40s were a good ride.
I won't know for 5 more years.
Wait, you may not make it to your 40s, David.
Not with that attitude.
Hey, David, how is baby Glenn Craig doing?
He's doing great. He's eating a lot. He's sleeping a lot. He's shitting a lot.
I'm kind of like what we do.
Sounds like us. Yes.
Yeah.
I may actually have to reach out to you, Craig, for some the Amazon receipt from your wonderful, generous gift, because I think he's going to be outgrowing those diapers before we actually have a chance to get to them.
Really?
Because he is just chowing down food like you wouldn't believe. So he's peeing through the ends. We going to have to go to the one soon enough. But he's doing good.
I didn't want him. I didn't want the baby to outgrow too fast, so I sent him a 24-pack of adult size underwear. So 2042, the kids, boom.
By the end of it all, David might be wearing those.
They're going to be mine. It's totally fine. I have no problem admitting that.
That's why I got him with a lining that catches extra fluids that that weren't meant to be there.
Well, hey, listen, guys. For all we know, right? We were just talking about this in our little group chat, but I'll bring it up here onto the big screen. Craig might be right. Skynet is coming. We may end up not making it to my 40s because all this craziness with the AI. So now they're talking about an immediate pause on AI because, well, it's getting too damn smart, too damn fast, and it reminds me of kind of the Jurassic Park when Jeff Goldblum's character said, "Your scientists were so." What was it? Scientists were so wrapped up if they could, they didn't think if they should.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that right now. What do you guys think about all this enhancement and advancements in AI over the last just 6 months?
Nathan?
I have to be okay with it. I mean, it's the wave, it's the direction that the world is going in, and we'll see these things over time. We're already seeing it on certain levels of these things being phased into even hotels, right? So, you've got to be open with it and embrace it.
Nathan, don't lie to yourself. Hotel technology is always 35, 40 years behind. Don't gas the people up. All right. We have some major brands still using technology that's older than me. Get out of here.
Listen, I stayed at a hotel last week. They were all excited. They just got air conditioning and color TV.
Nice. Yes.
Are you sure that wasn't a motel? Was that a hotel?
That's a good point. I did have to keep putting quarters in there to keep the bed vibrating.
I want another half hour.
Man, what is the high tech advancements you have at the House and Pool House, Clubhouse, Circuit City, and Pool Club?
Circuit City that went out of business in the 90s. How are you even aware of that? Yeah,
because I was alive in the 90s.
So we're very excited. Last week we talked, or maybe it was the week before, we talked all about the power washing that happened. So we're really trying to get the place here in shape. We got brand new outdoor furniture coming. I want to thank a lot of people for that. We got an outdoor studio that's coming over there, which should be a whole lot of fun.
I already beat you to it
this summer. And also, we're really working on perfecting our ribs, and we're trying to get the brisket all straightened out. Although on Sunday I got to cook a Jew brisket for Passover to leave behind before I go on the road this week. So not the type of brisket that we normally talk about.
So when are you going to invite me and Nathan out to enjoy some backyard?
I was just about to ask that.
Not as soon as we're open for the season, because I want it to be like let's talk July. We'll have a good party or something like that in July. Have a bunch of people.
That's what I want to do. Drive out.
That's really when it's perfect weather, and we get the fire pit going. We'll smoke the ribs. We'll do the whole thing. I'm also hoping, Nathan, to get the brewery part of it going. I haven't had a chance to do that part yet.
Mike has a question.
Can I make a suggestion?
What is a Jew brisket?
It's not smoked. It's just cooked a different way. That there's I'll put up the recipe next week. I got to figure it out on Sunday. I'm taking over from Mom. I'm actually leaving town on Monday, Nathan, and I'm not going to be around for. I'm going to be attending Remington's annual conference. I'm going to be hosting their event this week. So I'm missing Passover, which is fine with me. I'm not religious, but I love cooking, so I'm leaving behind some stuff. There you go. That's what we're talking about over there. So as you can see, not like smoked the brisket. Jewish brisket is more about removing all flavor from it, so you can continue to suffer over Passover. As you know, we ran out of Egypt because we did not have time to tarry. Nay, our bread did not have time to leaven. So now we must have a matzah and then get constipated for a month. So we got that going.
And
on.
no cilantro.
There's so many other cultures do a great way of honoring their ancestors. We get together, we get constipation and complain about it. So that's what we do.
Remove all flavor.
That's pretty
all flavor,
pretty much. But then we bring in the horseradish on the other end, and then all you do is if it's good horseradish, you cry, and then you feel like you've really accomplished something. You can't taste anything after that. But
look at Mike's comment.
So Dave is the Jew brisket of FNA.
Oh.
I will applaud that. That's a good one.
So, Glenn, let me make a suggestion.
Oh God,
I'm going to come back and do a show with you, and we're going to do it at a dream hotel.
Yep,
let's do it.
And you're going to do the barbecue at the house. So let's do it the weekend of July 29th, which is also my birthday.
Yeah, man, that'll be great.
And then we can do the show on Friday and do the barbecue at the house.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan, man. You guys let me know and I'll
we can come in and stay in town, on 27th, 28th.
Yeah. And then Midtown East, so that even Midtown East, you guys are paying full price.
No, we don't pay rack rate.
Fortunately, the GM there ran the place into the ground, so it's real cheap.
See that?
No, see, I'm on PFL right now because of my baby, so they're doing great now.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Hey, David, do you have a picture to bring up?
I do, but I have it under my other picture that I just did. But now it's here in case you want to see another version of Glenn Houseman's face. Here it is.
We have the best fans in the world, okay? One of our fans posted this, Glenn, and sent it to me. And
that's hysterical.
We had to show the carry-on size for our luggage. So this unfortunately is not the Glenn and Craig carry-on bag, but so that everybody knows.
Well, that's real rarefied. I mean, this one with just me on it, that's a pretty average Joe kind of a bag.
Yeah.
You don't happen to have that meme that Calvin did, do you?
I can get it real quick. But Nathan, would you ever be caught dead traveling around and a distinguished gentleman like yourself with any of the Greg Clan?
Actually, we're grabbing a screenshot of Nathan, and we're going to make him a suitcase. So, yeah.
But people actually want to buy that. Nathan's a good, distinguished-looking guy.
All right.
You would be a good business traveler with a picture of Nathan on your suitcase.
I try to fly out as early as I can in the morning so I could be as least concerned about what I'm wearing as possible.
I like that. I fly out midday and also not concerned at all. But we'd like to give all of our guests, a piece of luggage with their face on it, because after doing here, we know you're going to flee the country and probably, need to have some good luggage for that.
And that brings a whole new meaning to facial recognition. So if you lose your baggage claim or you have to run through the airport, you've got your picture on your bag and you're good.
Now, you guys?
Yeah.
I honestly think, now that you say that, Craig, I wouldn't be surprised if at one time in my life I do see someone with a bag of them just like easily identified. Their luggage comes out of the carousel.
One day,
Nathan, I'm so glad you're here. This has been one of the funniest shows we've had.
Glenn, you're gonna find out one day that those bags are currently on sale at Target.
Yeah.
No, Glenn's not getting sold at Target.
Trust me. We lose too much money if we put them on Target.
Nathan, I wish I could get into Target. You could find mine at a car wash near you in the discount bin next to the 8-track tapes.
Glenn's in the unique thrift shop. He's not making it all the way to Target. Listen, I got to run up to go pick up Fox, so I'm going to step out. That takes about 3 seconds for me. So if you're still here when I get back, I'll jump back on.
We're not going to be here.
You said that last time, too, and you were it. Again, Craig, you just said Nathan's a great guest. You're welcome.
Thank you.
We'll definitely have you back on again, Nathan.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
I see you later. So, Nathan, the craziest thing happened to Craig and I this week. We were actually named from the International Hospitality Institute, two of the 100 most inspirational people in travel and hospitality. I don't know where they get that idea from. Yeah,
I don't know, but you know what? It's really great. Thank you guys for recognizing both Glenn and I and our producers. So.
Yeah.
we really appreciate what you guys are doing for the industry. I mean, these shows are something that the industry has needed for a long time. And I'm glad that they have now gotten such traction where, everyone's really tuning in, both from our customers' sides, right? Our clients are watching these shows, but also, being able to see the other hotel companies come on and talk about the incredible things that they're doing with their brands. We needed something like this and bring some humor to it and enjoy it, because this is
fun.
Industry.
Yeah, because it's cool, Nathan. Because now we get to do the show every week, and we get to know the real
have fun,
you know, and as opposed to just that professional persona that we.
Yes, this is the dressed down Glenn.
Right.
It is.
Usually he wears 3 ties stacked on top of each other, just in case one gets dirty. He's got another one right under it.
And Glenn's the GOAT. He's the voice of hospitality. Yeah. Is that a new sound effect? It really should. And Nathan, I got to tell you, Glenn's helped me with my show, and my little show is, strictly focused on the California hotel market, as is my conference, and Glenn's always been part of the conference. And, this show is the exact opposite. Okay, it's not serious. Let's have some fun. And the other shows, Glenn and Anthony do an outstanding job.
Well, he does.
Producer, well, you do. Come on, they don't mention him. But producer Suzanne, David do an outstanding job for you. David's kind of so with us. Producer Danny does a great job for me, and just being in the conversation. I thank you, Glenn, and everything that you've done for me. And you're my brother, my younger brother I never had. And thank you.
Thank you, and Craig, you are absolutely the best. Nathan, you're freaking awesome. And I was hoping Dr. Producer Suzanne would come on, because I want to give her a little love, because she was named one of the top 30 educators in our business. So another big congratulations to Dr. Producer Suzanne Bagnara out of Indian River State College. Nathan, we're going to let you plug, but not before we do That's right. It's the Plug-a-Palooza, the reason each and every one of you tune in every week. Forget about that, and I'll keep it Jewy, Mishigosh, for the last 58 minutes. We're talking plugs, Nathan. Shameless plug. Take it away.
We're excited to be a part of the Hyatt family now, and if you're traveling to some of the cities that we have some of these amazing hotels in, Nashville, Miami, LA, several in New York. We have many projects down the pipe that is coming as well in St. Lucia and a few other places. Please, by all means, look us up on our website. We are or will be very soon actively live on Hyatt's website. And we still, of course, have Dream Hotels website as well, dreamhotels.com. And look us up, man. And if you need any assistance, booking groups, meetings, any events, any of that type of stuff, reach out to Glenn, and definitely he'll put you in touch with me.
Yeah, sure will. Hi-Fi, Craig. What do you got to plug, baby?
Hey, guess what? Season 8 of Click Connect.
Yes.
We've dropped our first 2 episodes. We get the other 2 in the can. Producer Danny is working on those. They will be up Tuesday and Thursday of next week. Can't wait. Great interviews. Nathan, I am looking forward to shaking your hand and saying hello to you and getting to meet you in person in July. So
I'm looking forward to it, man.
We will do a live show at your hotel. I'm looking forward to it. I'm brother excited. From another mother, Glenn Hausman, you are absolutely the best. You are the GOAT. Thank you.
You guys are both the best, and it's so awesome to be here. Just yesterday, we had the 750th episode of No Vacancy Live. Be sure to check out our audio channel. More than 1,000 different pieces of content on that audio channel for you to listen to. This month, we're getting, unless y'all freaking download it, I'm going to miss getting 100,000 downloads this month, but we're super close. Download the audio versions of No Vacancy News, where you can find this show and content that's actually good, not this one. So,
Glenn,
the opposite of us, Glenn.
Yeah,
one of the shameless plug.
Yes, please. I love you getting in the spirit.
Dream Doha coming later this year.
Nice.
Very excited about that. We'll be able to touch that region. That's going to be an exciting project.
Nice.
I love it. I'm gonna go reach out to Jim Tierney, the Chief Development Officer with Hyatt, and suggest we do some opening stuff around.
Yes, that's who I was talking to. That's funny. That's who I was.
Oh, were you?
Yeah,
I did a panel with him last week at the Hunter Hotel Investment Conference. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here for the one.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Thank you.
Friday Night Audit. Nathan, somehow you survived. We'll see if you're still employed come Monday.
I made it through.
Next week. Find out. See you all later. Have a great night. Bye.
Aloha, Nathan. Thank you. Bye.